There's people with less followers than you, making more money than you, and the reason for that is that they are not afraid to sell something. $65,000 is how much a creator with 25,000 followers made in the last 24 hours, and in this video, I'm going to break it down for you. And before I get into it, how we generated this money came down to two reasons. The first reason is the offer. We made sure to serve people what they truly wanted. And that's very important because oftentimes we get stuck into what we want to sell as business owners instead of listening to the audience. The second reason behind this success is our launch strategy. We made sure to launch everything super effectively by using our multi-channel approach and make it a real banger. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we made $65,000 in 24 hours with this content creator that has an audience of 25,000 followers, right? So the first step is that we created a market dominating offer. So the market dominating offer is basically, an offer that is so good that people cannot deny it, right? And it all comes down to value. So first of all, how do you define value? So value is perceived as the dream outcome of the people you are selling to. So for instance, let's say you are in the fitness industry, you have a fitness audience, right? And the people that are following you want to get in shape, right? So they want to get in shape and that's their dream outcome, having a six pack, having a beautiful body. And you want to, just multiply this by their perceived likelihood of achievement. So which is basically defined as how far are they from hitting the goal, right? In their mind, how is it possible, at what percentage is it possible to hit that goal? Does that make sense? Right? And then you want to divide this by the time delay, which is basically the time it's going to take them to get there, times the effort and sacrifice they will have to put, into the solution you're offering to get the results. And that's what's defined at value, right? So once you understood this concept, you want to make sure that your offer is so good that, people will buy it, whatever it happens, whatever it takes. First of all, you want to make sure that your audience buys it, but most importantly, you want to make sure that you can scale this to cold audiences, which means that you want to scale this to people that doesn't know you yet. And that's where the real money is made, right? So in order to get there, you want to just, first of all, ask your audience and get some data. And so the very first step here is to create a story that will get tons of views by getting the audience to engage. So you want to create a poll, for instance. What you want to do here is that you want to ask your audience what they're interested in. For instance, let's say you're a fitness coach. You want to ask them, hey, so what are your main goals right now? And what would you like me to put together? How can I help you? How can I provide you value? And for instance, in the poll, you just want to say, like, do you want a fitness plan? Do you want like a meal prep plan? Do you want a work from home plan, whatever it is, right? And you just want people to engage, and that will get you, first of all, a lot of data. Now, once you have done this, it's very important to have a second story with a call to action that will target the people who answer to the poll, right? And in this story, you just want to let them know that they can get a free lead magnet with a lot of value according to what they're interested in, right? And in order to get it, they just have to send you a DM, right, with a specific word. That's exactly what we did, right? And now we started getting a lot of people interested in DMs like, hey, get me this lead magnet, I want to get it. And we were getting a lot of conversations, which was pretty interesting. Now, very important. So now that we had like a lot of conversations, we told people that, we were working on something very secret and special that will help them even more if they would be able to jump on a 15-minute call. Plus, they will get the lead magnet right on the spot, on the call, right? And the reason for that is that you have two options once you start getting interested into collecting data. Option number one is you can just send a form, but most of the time, people will half-ass it, right? Or you can just sit on a call with them and just really get into their brain. And that's the step most of the people are missing. And that's why the offers aren't good enough, right? Now, on the call, you want to ask them questions, like very specific questions about their desires, their pains, their goals, how much they can afford, and how much they can invest in terms of time, money, and energy. And you want to make sure that you do enough call. Anything between 20 to 40 calls is very, very good. You want to get a good sample size. And then what you want to do is that, you will get like all the transcripts of these calls and you want to throw them into ChatGPT to get a summary of all of the information. So back in the days, we used to take like, 3 to 5 days to do all of this manually. Now you can just use ChatGPT and you know what? It will come out with the perfect outline of the offer you need to create in order to sell as crazy. And that's very important because now you have accurate data you can rely on to build your offer. And that's how you create crazy offers because you took the time to sit with your prospects and ask them exactly what they need in order to create it, right? Now, once this is done, you're gonna outline the offer. So what we did here is that, we sit with the influencer and we just created like all the chapters and the outline of the course. We didn't record everything like, right from the get-go. We just recorded like the first 3 videos, but at least we had the perfect outline of the offer. So exactly what will be included in the course, right? And in fact, we scripted out all the videos for the influencer. He just had to, just sit in front of the camera in a studio. We just, sent him a car. He went to the studio and he just had to read the words we written on the prompter. That's it, right? And then we will just edit the videos. Now, in the meantime, our team was busy on the massive launch strategy, right? So let me explain. The thing you want to do is that once you're building, the backend, the structure that's going to, just accommodate the course, you want to make sure that people are aware of the fact that you're building something huge, right? And you want to keep them engaged. You want to make them curious about what you're building, right? Now, the best way to do this is to offer access to value content that will be part of the offer for free, right? So let me explain. You have your course, right? And let's say you have the first chapter, okay? You want to give it away for free, which is very important to actually just provide value upfront. No one does that, but it's very important. Now, you don't want to throw this in the nature randomly. You want to make sure you do it in a smart way, right? And our goal is to get the data of the people that we qualify as hot buyers, right? I'm going to get to this later, but you want to make sure that you can basically isolate these people who are super interested, super engaged. And the reason why you want to do this is because these guys will be the first one buying your offer, all right? So what we did here is that we created a form to collect their data. So email address, name, phone number, and in exchange of, getting their data, they will get access to the promised asset. Now, this is a bonus. You want to make sure that everyone who actually passed through this form joins a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group, right? And you just want to make sure that they are considered as VIP in a private group where you can engage with them as a content creator. You want to get closer to your audience. You want to make sure that, these guys are getting interactions with you on a daily basis, right? And that's how you keep your audience warm and exclusive. And here's where it gets super interesting. The people in this group, they are going to share their experience. They're going to share feedbacks. They're going to share testimonials, their wins, and all of that things. And that's what you want to use to promote it in public, right? Now, we wanted to make sure that every single day while we were building the backend, because obviously, once you do a launch, it will take anything between 3 to 7 days. You want to make sure that people stay engaged. Otherwise, they will just start sleeping and then nothing will happen. And to do so, you want to make sure that you promote, whatever you're doing daily on social platforms to build a hype around the new offer. And you want to share all the social proof you are collecting just here, right? All the positive message or the love you're getting. And you want to be consistently talking about the launch date during this period, right? So you just want to use every single channel that you have at your disposal. So you want to use IG stories, IG posts, you want to post a YouTube video, you want to, let your email list know, you want to also, just send SMS to everyone who actually entered into this step, right? And the goal here is to educate people as much as possible and push them along the awareness grid. So let me explain. You have to understand that, most of the time when you are selling something, especially to cold audience, aka people who don't know you yet, the sale will only happen when the people are the most aware of the product and the solution, right? So the whole goal here is to slide them from the point A to the point B, right? So you have to understand that most of the people, they're not even aware of the fact that they have a problem. And that's where marketing is super important, because the way you're going to market your solution to someone who is here, right, is way different from marketing your product or your offer to someone who is here. So to give you an example, in the fitness industry, let's say you are selling a paleo diet plan or a keto diet plan where it's very specific, right? And of course, if people are aware of the fact that they need to track their macros, they need to actually pay attention to whatever they're eating, they will be aware and they might be interested, and we'll be able to market it to them. Now, as an opposite, let's say you go to someone who doesn't even understand that eating healthy food is important. If you talk to him about paleo or just keto diet, he will not be interested at all, right? And that's where the way you're gonna address your solution to this guy, the way you're gonna market it to this guy, it will be way different. So In short, you want to make sure that you are efficient with your marketing to slide people from here to here. That's very important. Right now, when you launch, you need to be super aggressive, okay? And my whole point here is that you need to understand how to slide people from here to here, and that's how you have effective marketing. Now here in this specific case study, 4 days after sending, the survey to the audience, after getting them on a call, so 4 days after just having created the offer, we were ready to launch, okay? And when you launch, it's very important to be super aggressive, right? Because we are switching from building curiosity to getting people to take action as soon as possible. And there is a reason behind it, because people are professional procrastinators. They always have a reason to not take action, and we want to make sure that we keep asking them to take action without sounding salesy. And the way you want to do this is very simple. You can do this either by building urgency or scarcity. For instance, what you can do is that you can let them know that for every 100 people that are joining the program, you're going to increase the price, and therefore they will not be able to get it at that price anymore. Or you can just say that after a certain period of days, you're going to just shut down the applications and they will not be able to join the program anymore. Now, it's very, very important to do this wisely, because you don't want to sound salesy, and you just want to address this message here, right? The urgency and the scarcity thing. You just want to, just direct it to people who are super engaged and super interested, meaning the hot buyers. You don't want to promote this to your whole audience. Otherwise, they will not understand what's happening to you. So you just want to make sure that you isolate the people that actually went through, these steps here, especially, the step here, like getting the free access to the free modules. And that's how you make a lot of money in a short amount of time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this strategy in the comments below. And by the way, if you're a content creator and you want to understand the potential of your audience, you can book a free strategy call with one of my team members. On this call, we're going to sit together and give you an overview of the potential of your audience and tell you exactly how you can monetize it. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.